Hello dear students, how are you? So we have learned SQL, and in the SQL we have learned many things like we how to insert a data, how to create a table, and then we have learned how to filter out rows, and then we have learned aggregate functions, and adding to it we have learned group by. Okay, so here is an example question. So you can see, consider the following table named garment. Write command of SQL for 1 to 4 and output for 5 to 7. Okay, so this is one of the example question. This is actually a question of Delhi Board 2015. Here you can see a table is given, garment, and this question is peculiarly based on only one table. Okay, then if I scroll it down, you can see list of questions. You can see 1, 2, 3 and 4. These 4 questions you have to write queries, and for next 3 you have to write a output based on the you can say table, right? So now let us get deep and solve this. To display name of those garments that are available in Excel size. Okay, so now you can see display is given, and I have found many times instead of a select, many people write display. Okay, you don't have to use a display, you have to write a select query. Okay, so it should go somewhat like this: select, then you have to see how many columns we want to print. So in this we have to print only name, so the name column is gname. Okay, don't be confused, here it is given names and here it is given gname. So you have to use always a column name, gname, okay, of those garments that are available in Excel size. So your query output should be this row, or you can say t-shirt and ladies jacket only. Okay, so query will go like this: select gname from garment where size is equals to single quotes Excel. Okay, and this is of 1 marks. Now let us see how your examiner evaluates this answer. Okay, so allow me to jump to marking scheme. Here you can see the same question. Now here is the question and here is the answer. Okay, select gname from garment where size is equals to single quotes or double quotes Excel. Okay, both are correct. Now here you can see half marks for the select. Okay, for example, for the first line you get a half marks, and for the rest of the where clause where you have specified the condition correctly after specifying a where clause, you get another half marks. So this is what is going inside the examiner head while checking your answer. Okay, so every query is divided into 2 segments. First is select and select to the table name, and rest is after the table name, right? Now childrens, what you have to see here is every year CBSE is posting its question paper as well as marking scheme. Okay, so question paper is simple as whatever previous year students have given attempted, it is that. Okay, but the marking scheme is really very important. By analyzing the marking scheme you can figure out ki how you have to write the answer, or what should be ingredient that should be incorporated in the answers, so that you do not miss the marks, okay, or lose the marks. Sometimes some in maths what happens is you can simply calculate the answers in rough and then simply write the answer in your copy. So actually examiner can give you only half marks for the correct answer. because there are certain steps that should be written in your copy so that you can score marks. So it is very advisable to follow marking scheme for the question paper. Okay, so practice this marking scheme every time. Now let us move to our next question, which says to display codes and names of those garments that have their name starting with ladies. Okay, so let us figure it out ki what are the columns we have to write. Okay, so this is code, and here the column name is G code, and name again G name of those garments that have their name starting with ladies. So in the where clause you have to find ladies. Okay, so now you can see there is a ladies jacket as well as ladies top. Okay, guess which operator you have to use? Equals to nah. It is not that. You have to use like operator because the rest of the string is different in the different cases. Okay, so now let us see the query answer. Select G code, this is the column name, G name from garments where name like ladies percent. Okay, I think you understood why we have used a percentage or ampersand. This signifies any string with any character length. Okay, so rest can be anything, but it should start with ladies. Okay, now here we have said starting with ladies. Okay, sometimes it can say contains ladies. Okay, it doesn't specify whether it is a starting or end. It simply says it should contain a ladies. In that scenario you can use percent ladies percent, right? And if it says second character as L, then you can use underscore L then percent, right? So these are the two wildcard character, underscore and percent, that you have to use in a like. Okay, so for the pattern matching you can use like, and equals to doesn't work. Okay, if you use equals to instead of a like, it will give you empty set. Okay, because it can search exactly the same string. Okay, so now let us see the how your examiner evaluates this answer. That is half marks for the select and half marks for the like. Okay, so here won't you are not getting a marks for a where clause, but still you have to write it correctly because it won't give you marks, but if you don't use this you will lose marks. Okay, so next question is to display garments name. Okay, the name of this column is G name, G code and price. Okay, so let us see the price column. Okay, the column name is price only. Okay, of those garments that have price in range this much to this much, both values are included. I had told you that in when we use a between operator we can use these, and to make it more confusing, 2 is given, you can use and. Okay, I had told you that there is no keyword in computer science that is 2. Okay, right, so now let us see what's in the query. Select G code, name, price, these are the simple columns which we have learned earlier. So from garments where price between 100 and 500. Okay, that's pretty simple, and we can use, or we can write another query using a and operator. Okay, see how we can use where price greater than equals to 1000 and price less than equals to 500. Okay, see marking scheme, half marks for the select query and half marks for the between, or you can see these operators. Okay, less than equals to, greater than equals to, if you have used, right? So you can use either of them. Now next question, moving to the next question, to change the color. Okay, here you have to write a query to change the color of a garment with code as 1162 orange. Okay, so that's also very simple. Here you cannot use select query because you have to modify the existing data, and which command you are going to use, that is update, and update is a part of our DML or action queries. So let us see update. Then the table name is what? Garments. Set, which column you have to set, that is color. Color is equals to orange. Let's see the column name, that is okay, it is simple COLOUR, color. Okay, sometimes it may be COLOR. In most of the time whenever you are writing codes, it is COLOR. Okay, but here it is used in his color, COLOUR. Okay, so now you can see update garment set color is equals to orange where code is equals to 116. Okay, or you can use update garment set color is equals to orange where G code is equals to single quotes. Okay, you can see half marks for the correct use of update up to state, and then half marks for the where clause. So you have noticed every time, almost every time the query is divided into two, and every time if you use a where correctly you get a half marks. Okay, now let's move to the other section. Select count distinct size from garment. This is really very important. Distinct, if you analyze different questions, means for example if you try and analyze 5 or 6 question paper, you will get a fair idea that in almost every question you are finding this count or distinct or count distinct together. Okay, so these three things are really very important. You have to note it down. Key count you have to learn by hook or by crook. Okay, so now here what will be the output is distinct size. So first of all, if you are confused, you can simply write a output for distinct size. So it will give you XL, or let's see the data. Here is XL, L and M. So the output of distinct size will be XL, L and M. And then if you enclose that thing inside the count, it will be 3. Okay, so hope you got how to calculate distinct size. So first of all, see the output of distinct size, that will be XL, M and L, and then count these values. So this will come to 3. So 1 marks for the correct output. Okay, next, select average price from garments. That's pretty simple. You don't have to include a null value. Okay, let's see. So now what will be done is add all the values and divided by number of values, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So whatever the total is divided by 6, right? I think this is a very straightforward question. Now let's move to our next question, that is select G name from garments where size in M and L and price is greater than 15. This is also very straightforward questions. If you see the output, let's do that. So now you can check it out. We have select G name from garments and garments where size in M and L. So if you verify the first condition or try to filter the first condition, you are getting this one, this one, this one and this one. Okay, and then if you are trying to see price is greater than 15, so price is greater than 15.0, all are 15.0. I think there is a problem in question, I think. Let's see the okay, that's perfectly fine. I think these all 4 records will be there, right? So here marking scheme is a little bit wrong. Okay, so now this is the another question which says what is the degree and cardinality of garment table. Obviously number of rows and number of columns. Number of columns is called the degree and number of rows is called the cardinality. So we have seen there are the 6 rows and 5 columns. Let's see it again. So if you see, we have 1 2 3 4 5 columns, so degree is 5 and cardinality is 6. 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. See, many times you are confused that whether we or not we have to count the header row or no, not. So you don't have to include this header, okay? Or column names are not included in calculating cardinality, only rows are included which contains values. Hope you got it. So this is really very simple and you can do it, you can practice it at home. You have to do this in your notebook as well as in your practical copy. Okay, so this is the end of the video. Let us wind up and see you some other day. Bye bye and have a nice day.